What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the SoleSavy SS1 V3 Freestyle. First off, I want to give a huge thank you over to SoleSavy for sending me over this pair. This is SoleSavy's SS1 silhouette, which is a custom or bespoke Air Jordan 1, which is handcrafted using a genuine Air Jordan 1 sole, but then the uppers are completely custom built by hand by Garrison Studios based out of Philadelphia. And SoleSavy, for those who aren't familiar with it, is a membership-based community of like-minded, passionate sneakerheads, and SoleSavy acts as that central hub, giving you the tools, the information, and the resources you need to buy the shoes that you want for retail. They also offer a lot of member-exclusive perks like discount codes, high-heat shoes that are available only on their member store, and access to custom sneakers just like this one. So these were pre-ordered and they released in late August, and they're limited to only 250 pairs in existence, each individually numbered. And because they're custom and hand-built, so they definitely aren't cheap. They retail for a price of $495 US, which is roughly 680 Canadian dollars converted. And that is extremely high, but I gotta say the material quality on this shoe is really outstanding, and it comes down to what you value when you put your money towards your shoes. Regardless though, so this pair is extremely special. As the nickname of the sneaker, Freestyle, it pays homage to the Doernbecher Freestyle program, which is entering their 20th year, where they partner patients or children from the Doernbecher Children's Hospital with Nike designers, releasing their very own custom apparel and of course, sneakers. So later on this year, Nike will be unveiling the Doernbecher collection in its 20th year, and I'm very excited to see what the kids have designed. And if that wasn't enough, SoleSavy is taking $50,000 from the sale of these shoes, and they're sponsoring or donating it directly to Doernbecher Freestyle. So not only is it paying homage to it, but the proceeds are directly benefiting the program as well. So first things first, here's a quick look at the packaging, and this packaging is absolutely wild. So this is done in this multicolored finish, and the colors are obviously inspired by the Doernbecher Freestyle collection colors. So on the side of this lid, we have the words members only, which is a nod to SoleSavy members. And then on the top of the lid, we have the number 20 and the SoleSavy logo. And then on this side, you can see how it's 1 of 250, and then we have the size tag on the bottom, and the official colors for this shoe is white, charcoal, and little boy blue. And then last but not least, on the other side, we have a call out to Garrison Studios. Of course, they're the ones that built this sneaker. So diving into the details of the shoe itself, so like I mentioned, this is a custom Air Jordan 1. So on the toe box, this is constructed out of very tumbled white colored leather, and just like any other Air Jordan 1, we have these perforations all across the toe box. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have a flat suede done in more of a baby blue or pale blue color, and then pressed onto the lateral side of the toe box, we have a white colored mini swoosh. So you can see this blue leather covers the bottom 3 eyelets, however the remainder of the eyelets, this is covered in a dark gray colored leather, and this of course is a genuine leather that has a very strong leather smell. Underneath this, we have more of that tumbled white leather, and then stitched on top of this, we have your Nike swoosh. So the bottom half, this is done in this blue colored suede, but the swoosh here is split in the middle, and then the top of the swoosh is constructed out of more of that dark gray colored leather. Joining the bottom of the shoe to the top, obviously drawing inspiration from the Union Air Jordan 1, we have this visible, exaggerated yellow colored stitching. This really pops compared to the white and gray leathers. And then above this, we have these side wings or flaps on the shoe. This is constructed out of white colored leather once again. Pressed onto the lateral side, we have the Air Jordan Wings logo. And then beneath this, hanging off the flap, we have this tag with the word family on the right foot, and established 2018, which is visible on the left foot, giving nod to SoleSavy's origins. Covering the bottom of the heel, we have more of that blue colored suede. And then embossed on the lateral side, we have SoleSavy's logo here on both shoes. And then last but not least, surrounding the top portion of the ankle collar area, we have more of that dark gray colored leather. For the laces, this pair only comes with one lace option, and they're your normal flat style white colored lace. For the tongue, so this is also done in the split fashion, so the bottom half of the tongue is constructed out of that same tumbled white leather. Again, we have that exaggerated yellow stitching cutting across, and then the top of the tongue, this is covered in that genuine gray colored leather, and same thing with the tag, and instead of Nike Air branding, we have SoleSavy branding along with the Nike swoosh. So on the back of the tongue, this is where you'll find the individual number of the shoe. So in my case, my pair is pair 141 out of the 250 made in existence. And then both the back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is lined in this genuine tan colored leather, which really gives it a premium and luxurious feel, and it really has this nice soft feel to it to the touch. For the insoles, so the insoles for this pair are actually a little bit more elevated compared to a typical Air Jordan 1 insole, so I gotta say this is pretty decently padded. And then on the top layer pressed onto the heel, we have the SoleSavy logo done in light blue. So the upper of the SS1 sits atop this solid rubber cupsole, and this again is taken from a genuine Air Jordan 1. So this is a solid rubber midsole, but encased within this midsole we do have Nike Air technology both underneath the heel and the forefoot. And then for the outsole, this is your typical Air Jordan 1 outsole. This is all constructed out of rubber. We have that circular pivot point on the forefoot and genuine Nike branding visible right in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about sizing, to me these fit like any other recent Air Jordan 1. So I got these in my true size, which is a size 10, and they fit me perfectly, very comfortably. So whatever size you normally wear for the Air Jordan 1, I'd stick with that same size, and it should fit you fine. Moving on to the comfort, so these feel pretty much like any other Air Jordan 1. So because the tooling is taken from a genuine Air Jordan 1, the underfoot feeling is pretty much identical. It's going to feel more on the firm and flat side, and there's not too much from the softness standpoint. However, the materials on the upper, like I've mentioned, are extremely soft. They feel super broken in already straight out of the box. So that's one thing that's really good about this shoe. Even from the first time you try these on, it really feels like you've been wearing this for months already, and there's really no break-in time required for this pair. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so if anything, what you're paying for this shoe is really the material quality, and I have to say in my unbiased opinion, it's very good quality materials. I'm not a leather expert, that's definitely not my forte, but just from an average consumer's perspective, these are a clear upgrade over anything Nike gives us. So all the panels ranging from the tumbled white leather, the blue suede, the dark gray leather, this all really feels like it's good quality, and it really smells like genuine leather too. This is very different from a typical Jordan 1 where it usually has a strong glue smell. This pair in comparison smells like an expensive handbag, for example. And I have to say the overall build of the shoe is pretty much flawless too. There were some very minor long strings or threading that I had to trim down myself, but it was free of any glue stains. And the overall construction of the upper I thought was pretty much flawless other than the stitching. But I guess that's a bare minimum considering the extremely high price point that you're paying for this shoe. So with all of that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll lace them up for you and I'll show you guys how these look. All in all, this is probably my favorite colorway and my favorite custom sneaker that SoleSavy has done in their entire history. I'm a big fan of the colors of this SS1. It's just a very nice looking colorway, but it comes down to whether or not you appreciate that clear Union LA influence behind this design, being this split style. If you're not a fan of that look, you're not going to be a fan of this shoe. But I think pairing the whites, the light blues with the grays, all these colors are very wearable, and I like how they included this yellow stitching on the upper to give it that added level of pop to really make it stand out a little bit more. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about the SoleSavy SS1 V3 Freestyle? Again, this shoe is honoring a great program with Doernbecher Freestyle. I can't believe it's been 20 years already. Time's really just flying, or I'm just really getting old. But either way, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this custom shoe? Are you a fan of the design and the colorway? Is it really not your thing? Whether you love it or hate it, drop your thoughts down below. As usual though, if you guys enjoy this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this review. Another huge thank you goes out to SoleSavy for sending me over my very own pair. Appreciate your continued love and support everyone, and I'll catch you all in my next video.